Hey everyone, this is David from Digital Poseidon, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about web hosting and who my top recommendation is. Okay, as you can see, SiteGround is my top number one recommendation for web hosting. Whether you're creating a website from scratch, you're hosting a WordPress site, a WooCommerce site, a Drupal site, a Magento site, whatever. This is my top recommendation. And for me personally and my customers, besides 99.9% uptime guarantee, a fast web hosting without the extras that you have to pay for, and other various companies, you know who they are, the highly discounted web hosting companies that you could find online for, I don't know, $195 a month. They're good as far as the price, but when it comes to uptime guarantee, speed of your website, there are other factors that could affect the speed of your website. Like, for example, if you're on WordPress, like plugins, your theme, and things like that. But those other discounted hosting, what they're missing, and most of them, is a live chat that's available 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, no matter what day it is, what holiday it is, they're there. For me, that was the deciding factor. Okay, I have multiple clients that I recommend to SiteGround. Not one has come back and told me that they're dissatisfied with the service. I also personally, myself, for my business, my SEO digital marketing agency, I have, over 100 websites, and they're all through SiteGround. Now, let's take a look at what they offer for packages here. All right, if you go through my link, okay, obviously I'll get a little commission from it, but that's not why I'm here today, to tell you, to give you information about them. I just really believe in that company. I use them, like I said. Actually love their hosting, cPanel. Their support is great. Some web hosting companies might have a live chat, but as far as support goes, you're pretty much on your own. But from using SiteGround, I've had all types of issues with different things, a little bit of technical stuff that I don't want to get into, but they've helped me out through it. So we're going to look at their web hosting programs here. Or packages, rather. So here are the packages. All right, you could see the startup package. If you go through me, it's $395 a month. That's your first year. Obviously, the next year it's a little bit more expensive. They are a premium hosting company, just like any other hosting company. The first year is the introductory price. The second year it's a little bit high, a little bit higher after that. They can be a little bit pricey. I don't remember what I paid after the first year. But for all the things you get, it's worth it. Okay, so here's what I recommend. If you're going to use one website, get the startup, okay? Being an SEO company, one of the million ranking factors that Google uses today is called SSL certificates, okay? You could see that here. I'm using let's bring this up here. Okay. Well, let's see if I could even show you here. All right, here we go. Okay, I brought that up. So here is what an SSL looks like when you have it activated. Instead of HTTP, it's HTTPS, which means that you're secure, as you can see here. Okay, if you're using Google Chrome, which I use, if your website is just an HTTP, you're going to see here, it's going to say not secure, okay? Even though it's like a minute ranking factor, I mean, it helps you, and it also shows Google that your website is secure, okay? So by signing up with SiteGround, it's going to give you that. You'll activate your Let's Encrypt certificate, which is free, and it comes with all the plans here. Okay, I highly recommend it. Like I said, it tells Google that your website's secure, and it also gives you a little bump on the search engines. Okay, so if you have a small website, a small blog, and you get 10,000 and under visits per month on like a WordPress website or something, I recommend this package here. Okay, they give you 10 gigabytes of web space, which is plenty, and here's the extra features you get. You get a free site transfer. So say, for example, you had your WordPress website on another hosting company. All right, you sign up with them, they'll transfer your website and everything to this new host. Okay, free. It's great if you sign up, today. Like I said, they have 24-hour support, free app installs, free email accounts, unmetered traffic, free SSLs, and HTTP2. The great thing about them is also security, from what I've read. I've never had an issue with hackers, but I guess people have, obviously. And, they're very secure, and they isolate. Like, this is a shared hosting plan, okay? Unless you wanted a dedicated server. I think they offer that also. That is just your website and website alone. Any company that you go through is going to be very expensive for that. That's why you go through shared hosting, so it's like, I don't know, multiple websites on there, okay? That makes it cheaper for everybody, including you. Alright, so they have cPanel access. I'll show you. I'll log into my account to give you a little, background on what it looks like behind the scenes, okay? They also have a free website builder if you don't feel like adding, like WordPress, Magento, Drupal, or any of those things. They offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. Great. Free daily backup. That's awesome. Free Cloudflare CDN, which you could actually use to reroute good traffic to your website and bad traffic. So you could activate the CDN here. It also, speeds up your website in addition to all that. And then unlimited MySQL. I'm not even going to get into that. If you want to look that up, do a Google search on that. All right. Their hosting's a little bit faster than most hosting companies. Okay, if you choose, if you have 25,000 visitors a month, and it's like you have a bigger website, and it's growing, this would be the package I'd recommend. Or if you have more than 100,000 visitors, obviously this one. As it states here, if you go through my link, you're going to get 60% off. So instead of $14.95 a month, you're going to be paying $5.95 a month. That's for the first year. I don't know if you can find a promo code next year, but like I said, this hosting company, I highly recommend. Okay, here's the additional premium features along with the other features I mentioned prior on the startup. What you get, you still get the SSL on every package here, so it's free. As opposed to paying for an extra license and everything else. It's pretty simple to set up. You just follow the directions. Really. I mean, you could YouTube it and it'll show you the process. I don't really want to get into that into this video, but like I said, that's an option. All right, so like I said, you get priority technical support if you have the Grow Big and Go Seek packages. So that means you're going to be helped quicker. They have a super cacher to up the speeds of your website. For example, when somebody types in your website, the quicker it is, the better it is. It also helps you rank highly on Google. Google does pay attention to everything, believe me. Metrics and things like that, amongst other things I don't really want to get into. You also get a 30-day backup copy of your website here. So you could, like, say you're doing, like, for example, you're on you have a WordPress theme and you mess something up and you're like, crap, now what do? I have to restart from scratch. Hopefully you made a backup copy, which I highly recommend you do, period. And then you just go back to what you had before the mess up. So that's a huge feature. Here, like I said, if you're getting if you have a big website, for example, like a major news network or something that's growing and growing fast, this would be the package I recommend. You get 30 gigs of web space. You get all those additional features plus, you'll get fewer accounts on the server, so that means like you're not going to be sharing the server with 100 people. You'll be sharing it with, less people than that, which also in turn helps it be faster for you. And then that's too geeky for me to even talk about. Like I said, you want to find out any more than this. This is just basic information and what is needed, you know, for anyone starting a website, okay? This stuff, it's, you know, unless you really want to get deep down inside that stuff, then you could look this up if you want, okay? Most people don't really care. They just want their website and they want to make money from their website. For example, if you own, I don't know, a roofing company and you want to attract more leads and customers, you will use your website. You know, it's out in the internet catching leads and people, and that's what you want, okay? What else do they have here? It's a fast setup. It really is fast, okay? It's not a joke. You get the free website migration, like I said. It's easy to make the website here. They also give you a free website builder. I love WordPress. I highly recommend it. There's millions of themes on the internet for free, and also paid themes. I use paid themes because I like the features that you get with them. A lot of these free themes, there are awesome free themes on the internet. You can Google or YouTube those, but I use paid themes. Anyway, you don't have to use paid themes to start a basic website, okay? As I said, you get, you know, in the last 12 months, they've been 99.996% uptime, okay? This is what last month was. I mean, I've had websites on other hosts where, you know, I want to get into the back portion of my website, and I can't because they're doing some type of update or it's offline for some stupid reason, and, you know, that just sucks, okay? So, you know, like I said, you get the 24-hour support, and let me tell you, they get into it. I mean, they'll get into your website if you have an issue, and, you know, they'll help you out, okay? There have been times where they say, okay, do this, do this, do this, but at least they give you instructions. Those other hosting companies, what they, if you really Google it, you could find out some conglomerates have bought the major discounted hosting companies, and they've cut staff, and they really don't even help you. Okay, I don't want to mention their names because I don't want to get sued, but, you know, if you do a Google search, you'll be able to find who I'm talking about, okay? There's an auto installer from Joomla and WordPress. I'll show you that in a minute of what it looks like in the back, and then a friendly UI, user interface, okay? It's very simple. All right, so I'm going to pause this video for a second, and in a moment, I'll show you what it looks like in my account. So I'm back, and I logged into my cPanel account. I don't really want to go up because I don't want you to know which website this is, okay? I have hundreds of different, you know, accounts, and I just don't want to get into it. But once you get into cPanel, all right, this is the back end, all right, where you would come to, you know, build your website and tinker around with things, okay? If you wanted, for example, I don't remember if this is the, you know, the recommended, the package, like the second one in from, you know, and it's not GoGeek, it's the middle one, I believe. But if you have additional websites, you could do an add-on domain and then install WordPress. So, for example, you know, like if you own multiple websites, you could just do add-on domains, and each one will be a website, and it'll be hosted through here, okay? All right, so for example, I use WordPress, like I said. So once you install that, you have to have your .com, or you could buy it through them. I recommend going through like name.com, and then if you type in privacy, please, your personal information will be protected, and nobody else will see it when they do a whois on your domain, okay? If you really care. If you don't do the privacy, please. It's free if you go through name.com, all right? So far I've given you 2 gold nuggets, okay? Most people, you know, don't want to reveal things like that. So anyway, you get into the back end after you connect it. You're going to install WordPress. You're going to click on that, and then you're going to hit install. It's going to install, and then you pick in your usernames and you know, password and things like that. If you want to use WordPress, and you pick like a basic theme until you upload, you know, a free theme or when you've purchased, okay? You want to set up your webmail, your email accounts, your email forwarders. Like I use Gmail, so what I do is I come in here, I have like a Gmail website address, a Gmail address, sorry, and then I'll set that up and forward it to, like, for example, I don't know, roofer.com, okay? Obviously that's not my domain name, so don't do anything to it, but, let's say info@roofer.com. Somebody emails like my website, it'll automatically go to my Gmail, and then I have it so that my phone chimes, okay? So then I know I have a lead or somebody wants to talk to me. I don't really get into this stuff. I'm a pretty advanced user, and I don't feel the need to get into this stuff. There's so much stuff here. If you really want to take the time to figure it out, you could use YouTube. YouTube's great. Obviously, you found this video. Subscribe, please. I'm going to grow this this channel out more. I'm going to give a lot of free information that most digital marketing agencies don't want to give out. I'm going to give that free. If you need help with search engine optimization, digitalposeidon.com. You can Google us, and then you can email us if you have any questions. We help local businesses get on top of the major search engines. I know, shameless plug, right? Okay. And then you could also, increase your leads and things like that. All right, so if you really want to get into it, the file manager of what it looks like, all the files in the back end, and then your databases and such. Here's where you come to create a backup. You hit create a backup and then follow the instructions. So before you start tinkering with your website, before you make major changes, I recommend coming into your cPanel account. If you sign up with them, create a backup. It has saved my rear end many times, okay? All right, and here's the SSL I was telling you about. You click that, and you go through that, okay? And then, hey, there you go. There's the name of the website, Like I said, it's one of my many accounts here. My wife actually owns a maid service, so that's what that is. All right. It's a brand new, so we're still fixing it and things. All right, so if you want to optimize your website a little bit, make it a little quicker, compress it a little bit, hit optimize website. Like if you're using GT metrics, you Google that and it'll give you, website speed, and I think it's pingdom also. And then Google has their own page insights and things like that, where you can see how fast your website is, and you follow the recommendations. Like I said, I use WordPress. I love it. It's very easy. I find themes. I go to Theme Forest, I believe, amongst many other ones, and do that, and pick a theme I like, and upload it. Okay. When you install WordPress here, I'll show you what the back end of a website looks like. I'm going to pause the video real quick, and I'll show you the back end of a WordPress website looks like, so that if you do use WordPress, you know what it looks like. All right, so here we are in the back end of what, after you install WordPress onto your web hosting account, this is what it'll give you, okay? Something like this. You'll see the same setup here. It's my main website for my marketing agency. Like, if you want to install, it'll give you a basic theme. Like, for example, we're in 2018, so it'll give you the new 2018 theme, I believe, if they have one. I don't know. It'll give you some theme anyway. It'll be, you could tinker with that. You could find out how to manipulate the theme. Use it, go to YouTube, and if you really want to get into it, you could design your own website. I don't have time. I pay people to do it. People that work for me, I should say. So if you need web design, you don't want to do it yourself, let me know. I'll help you out. All right, themes. Or you could find a nice little theme and tweak it, to make it your own, okay? I have Avada. I like them. I've been using them for a few years, so I love them. So if you don't want the theme that WordPress installs automatically, it has to install something to give you what a website, a basic website would look like. And then you could just tinker with it or find a theme on Theme Forest or some other, theme provider here. Alright, sorry for that noise in the background. I don't know why the alarm's going off. Alright. So here are, some themes it features here. You could pick one of these if you want, or find like the most popular ones. If you don't want to purchase a theme, some of these are basic, so in order to like really unlock some of these themes, you're gonna have to purchase it. But like I said, if you do a Google search, you can find some pretty neat themes. Sydney's a good one. What the hell is it? I've used it before. And it's a good basic theme if you want to use it. But there it is right there. That's the back end of, like, once you install WordPress on your hosting, that's what this back end looks like. I know it might look ancient to all the noobs that never used WordPress before in your life. I know it looks like, not ancient, but new, and it's a learning curve, a little bit of a learning curve. It's not hard, believe me. I self-taught myself, okay? 2013, I just took the plunge and decided to tinker with it, and that's how you learn. You mess around with it long enough, and then things will make sense. You'll waste a lot of time, too, like I did. Sometimes a new theme or something I've not used to might take me hours just to find out how to do a small thing, but after, tinkering with it, you get to know, okay? So let's get out of the back end here and go back to the cPanel. Okay, so here we are back on my cPanel account from, SiteGround. As you can see, there it is. Alright, so here's what the back end looks like. Very simple to use. Alright, there's the Cloudflare. If you want to enable Cloudflare, Google that, you'll find out what that is. It's pretty neat. You don't even need to use this feature here. You could go to cloudflare.com and sign up for a free account and follow the directions. Pretty simple. The super cacher right here, this, if you pick the middle grade SiteGround account or hosting account, I'll show you in a minute, this automatically comes with it. The first one it doesn't, but this helps also speed your website up a little bit. Okay, if you install Joomla, here's the Joomla installer if that's what you prefer to install. Alright, so here's the back end. Alright, now you've seen the back end. Now you know my wife's website. Hey, right here. She owns a maid service company in the Florida region. So, hey, if you're in Florida and need a house cleaner, hey, give us a shout. Okay, so here's what the back end looks like. I practice what I preach. I do use it myself. I don't really want to give the back end of my digital marketing agency in case somebody tries to take it down. Good luck trying to take this website down. But anyway, if you're one of those types of people, let's go back to SiteGround here. Oh. I want to touch on something I didn't touch in the video. This is your, like, if you have a website, like a local business website, you're a dentist, you're a roofing company, you're, whatever, a local company, period. This is, like, good enough, okay? If you wanted to, like that, like the cacher to make it a little faster, you can go here. These two are great. Any huge websites, like, for example, you own, I don't know, a multimedia company, a media company, like, for example, I don't know, some news agencies, and you have a big giant website. This would be who I'd go with. I mean, $11.95 a month. I mean, you buy coffee at your own coffee shop down the street. You go there, a few times, and it'll cost you more than what this is a month. Nowadays, it's easier to get a website set up, and you can compete with the big boys, the corporations and conglomerates, online, and that's great, and it's cheap. I mean, $3.95. You buy I don't know, like, you get your domain name. It goes anywhere from $8 to like $20 for a .com or a .net or .org, or if you want a .io, I think it's $50. I don't know. Different domain companies charge different things, like GoDaddy, Name.com, things like that. So you sign up with that. You have to pay that every year. You get a hosting account, which you pay every year. and then boom, you just work on your website and you're in business, And like I said, now more than ever, it's easier and easier and easier to get started online very cheaply, okay? You know, if you have a brick and mortar business, for example, like a store, you could utilize a website in order to move your product, okay? If you provide services, for example, let's say carpet cleaning services, you don't even need like a building where people can come, because you go and do services for them at their location, whether it be their home, their business, their office, whatever it is. With a website itself, you got to be ranked on the first page of the major search engines. Typically, Google is like the go-to where most people go. The older generations use like Bing and Yahoo. And if you're ranked number one there, or ranked on the first page, you got to be the first page, and then you'll start getting some traffic, But anyway, there you have it. All right, you have who I recommend, the packages I recommend. Like I said, a local business, you're not going to get any more than 10,000 visits a month. This is the package I recommend, the cheapest one. If you wanted, a little bit of package, I mostly use this one here, which is their bestseller. So if you have any questions, please feel free to, comment, and I'll get back to you. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.